way to the end of the road, you end up right there, and that's where that dangerous Kalalau trail starts from. Well, there are a lot of fantastic beaches on the North Shore. Even though wintertime you want to be careful where you go in the water, the ocean can sometimes get a little rough up here. If you're looking for a surf spot, we got Cannon Beach on your right, and then to your 1 o'clock there's Tunnels Beach. It's that big coral reef there where all of those waves are breaking against it. But in the summertime, if you happen to come back, it's a lot calmer. And then you could even go snorkeling and scuba diving up here.
Let me say it, let the Orinoco flow. Let me reach, let me beach on the shores of Tripoli. Let me say it, let me crash upon your shore. Let me reach, let me beach far beyond the yellow sea.
If you compare Kauai with Oahu, those two islands, they're almost the same in size. Kauai may be a little smaller. Population-wise, big difference. Oahu, they got close to 1 million people versus here, we're only at about 67,000. Yeah, very, very small town. And most people here live off the tourism industry, and about 1.3 million visitors each year. And we do have a lot of farmland, so if you like coffee, you can visit on our south side, the largest coffee plantation in the US. They do free tours. You always have free coffee samples ready for you. West side on Robinson Land, they mainly grow corn, which is not that exciting. And here on the North Shore, they primarily grow taro. So if you see some flooded fields in particular, you can see them off to your front left surrounding Hanalei Bay. Those are all those taro fields. And you can do a taro farm tour Wednesday mornings. You just have to drive to Hanalei, that little town to your front left, and visit the Haraguchi family. They will walk you through their tour. And they explain on how much work goes into harvesting taro. About 4 to 5 times more rainfall on this side compared to the canyon side. Easily 100 inches per year. And rainfall does form the majority of our waterfalls. So obviously when rain showers pass through here, they fill up the waterfalls. But then an hour later, if the sun comes out and the rain stops, waterfalls are already starting to disappear. It really goes that fast. And so it's kind of impossible to give you a number on how many waterfalls we got, because the number changes pretty much minute by minute. But they say, and I totally believe that Kauai has more waterfalls than any of the other Hawaiian islands, simply because we get the most amount of rainfall. And one of the longest waterfalls we have is just coming up right in front of us. It's called Waioli. It's about 2,600 feet long, and that makes it about 8 times the size of the Jurassic Falls. Many people that come to this island and then they leave again, and they've only really seen a very small portion of what it has to offer. And it's mainly those people that just drive around it, because roads are very limited. The main road just follows the shoreline, doesn't get around the entire island even, because the Nepali coast is left out. So major parts of the interior, which we've already seen a lot of, but there is more. That big valley right in front is the Hanalei Valley, and there's a really good chance you're not going to come back out here, because most Hawaiians have not even been in it. There are a couple of trails, but they're not very popular. You've got the Powerline Trail off on your left, which is super long and super muddy, so therefore not too much fun. And there's also a tunnel system going through those ridge lines here. 3 sets of tunnels, which Chinese workers built in the 1830s. Tunnel system was an irrigation system, and it was bringing rainwater from the north shore out to the cane sugar fields that used to grow on the south side. So people hike through those tunnels, which is kind of fun and adventurous, and you're definitely in the middle of nowhere out here. But if rain comes out of nowhere, and that happens a lot, if you get stuck in the tunnel systems and the waters are rising rapidly, yeah, it can get dangerous very, very quickly. So you really want to be careful where and when you go hiking on Kauai. Might be a little difficult to imagine on a beautiful morning like today that there are many days in the year where rainfall gets extremely heavy in this valley, and then we can't even fly through it, because heavy rain obviously decreases visibility. And yeah, that's really not surprising at all, though, that we get so much rainfall, because we are now about to approach one of the wettest spots on Earth. It's called Mount Waialeale, or if you cannot say that, you can call it the crater. 400,000 years ago, it was an active volcano. Was. No lava coming out of it today, but the crater walls, they're still standing. They are 5,146 feet high, and that's where they placed a rain gauge on. Turns out average yearly rainfall is 466 inches. That means we get 335 rainy days a year, and there were some really extremely wet years where it dumped almost 700 inches. Those years, it was even the wettest spot on Earth. And look at it today, right in front of us. Yeah, it's wide open, which is awesome news for us, because that means we actually get to fly right into that extinct volcano. So let's do that. Half of this island is state land, and so is the crater. Earlier we learned quite a bit about the Robinson family, largest landowners here. Second largest landowner is a billionaire, and his name is Steve Case. He made his billions with America Online, AOL.com. And 16 years ago, he purchased over 40,000 acres. So all of that farmland lying right in front of us, that's all his. And then another billionaire showed up about 5 years ago, Mark Zuckerberg, which we know for Facebook. He chose a much smaller estate up on the north shore, 700 acres he purchased for a whopping $100 million. And of course we got more billionaires on the other Hawaiian islands, because there's Oprah Winfrey on Maui. She owns a nice ranch. And Larry Ellison, who's known for Oracle, it's a software company. He owns 98% of the island of Lanai, almost the whole thing. everybody. So I've just gotten permission here from the air traffic controller to enter their airspace. So airport is just lying right in front of us. And that means, since we're going into the landing phase, time has come where we've got to stop using the intercom. It's that FAA regulation. So just really quickly, I want to say thanks for coming out today. Happy New Year, everyone. Once I land, Sherry, who's your driver, she can help you taking pictures with the helicopter. But please, please keep the life vests on your body. Do not take them off. But what you can do is you can just slide that yellow back to your back, and that way it just looks like you're wearing a black belt. Won't look that bad then. Alrighty, well thanks for coming out again, and there's one last special song for everyone.
Okay, this is for Gabby.
That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, and the dream that you did to Kauai, oh, why can't I? Trees of Greenland, red roses too. I watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Well, I see skies of blue, and I see clouds of white, and the brightness of day. I like the dark, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. See friends shaking and singing, how do you do? They really say,
And you can stay seated here because I'm actually going to shut down.